So the Yu-Gi-Oh! Remote Duel Extravaganza is this weekend. And on Friday, day before the first day of events, which is the giant card and the Winamats, I made this Twitter post being like, hey, 100 likes and I'll play this absolute pile of a deck in a giant card event tomorrow. Needless to say, it got well above 100 likes, and then we actually took it for the giant card event. And we won it with the pile. So yeah, here's my deck profile. I hope you guys enjoy it. YouTube! We came first at the giant card Remote Duel Invitational thingamabooby for the UK and Ireland. So with a literally pile of cards that I posted on Twitter. And if you weren't around for that, then soz. Anyway, let's get right into the deck profilo. We're playing 3 Rescue Cat, you know how it be. Super rare turbo pack, how it be. How it be. If you don't have supers of this, you can't play this deck. I am sorry. 3 Poppy, obviously. 3 Catty, obviously. Why wouldn't you play 3? The cards are literally pot agreed. 1 Pony. This one sucks, but it's a name? Question mark. 2 Kalantosa, and 1 Hotbeard Squadron. That rounds out the Melffy part of the deck. I didn't play Valorphon. It kind of sucks. So we just played none of it. And I don't want any more bricks in my deck. It's pretty garbage. Next up, we have the tri-brigade portion of the deck. So the 3 Fractal, the 2 Karas, and the 1 Nerval, along with the 1 Apex Avian. If anyone's interested to how many times I actually summoned Apex Avian, it was 0. I summoned this card not a single time. Not a single time was it summoned. Yeah. But it's DT. So I never drew it. So that's fine. Yeah. The tri-brigades are really good with the Melffy portion of the deck. They let you actually do stuff. They let you push. Shrike is a very powerful monster. But I should have just not played this at all. This was pretty garbage. You don't really need it to win. But, like, if you ever open the hand of, like, Rescue Cat plus a Tri-Brigade, like, you just win the game. Because you just make some Morgan stuff and they just die. Next up is the Dogmatica Shadal portion. So we're only playing 2 Ecclesia because this is the worst Dogmatica card. We're only playing these because of Nadir's Servant. And then we have the little Shadal package, so 2, 3, 4, and 5. So Vlad, why are you playing Falco? This card's awful. Well, I wanted it to go 5, 4, 3, 2. It looks a lot nicer. 2, 3, 4, 5. Like it goes up in levels. And also, this is level 2. So that's why we play it. It's level 2. You make a Melffy the Forest with it. And also bring back like Wendy and stuff lets you like kind of float. Which is kind of cool. The reasoning behind playing the Shadal portion of the deck is because Ariel is literally insane. This card just says banish 3 cards from your opponent's graveyard. And seeing as literally every single deck in the meta just reads graveyard something or other. It's pretty good. So yeah, Ariel is very, very good at, banishing cards. Why am I playing these? Basically just good in general. You can send it off of Wendy, and then you just have like nice card advantage. It lets you do stuff under the Dogmatica restrictions. And also means that we can play Schism, which is kind of the important thing here. Playing Schism is pretty good. Next up, that's all the monsters. That's all 27 of the monsters I played. I know exactly how many monsters I played, do not worry. For the spells, we have 1 Melffy Hide and Seek. This card's really good, just because everybody's playing Torrential Tribute and cards like Conquistador Punishment, and Melffy Hide and Seek basically just reads no. So that's pretty good, if you ask me. There's also a Pot of Avarice, lets you kind of recur your resources, which is pretty good in this deck, because you can put back Kantos and stuff. Next, we have the 3 Nadir Servant, literally the best card of the Dogmatica engine. 3 Tanky. 3 Obedient School. As you can see, most of our spells are just starter cards. Like, this deck is just bombs, for the most part. Yeah, we like bombs, etc. Yeah, Obedient School is honestly the worst card in the deck, but it's, like, also the best card. Because it just gets you Joyce for 3 materials. Unfortunately, I don't think it resolved a single time, so it's whatever. But it's, like, the best and worst card in the deck. In the trap card portion, which is 23 of them, we have the 1 Schism. We have 2 Punishment. I probably should have played 3 Punishment, but I had 2 seconds to submit my deck. Next, we have 3 Dino Mishkish, 3 Judgment, because I didn't want to play I forgot what I was gonna play instead of. I was gonna play Karmika instead of this, and it was garbage, so we just cut it for Judgment. 2 Trap Trick. I only own 2. Don't bully me. I literally only own 2 of this card. Okay. I sold all my super rares. I only have ultras left. These 2 ultras, and I only found this ultra one last night. The second one last night. So I would play 3 if I had 3. Next up, 3 Tri-Brigade Revolt. This is Miracle Fusion, but for Tri-Brigades, it is insane. This card literally helps you play through like Lancians and stuff. It just makes Shureg on their turn. It's just nutty. This card's absolutely nuts. Triage Dragon's Prison, another absolutely disgusting card. Literally insane trap card this form. I don't know what else to tell you. Really bad against Drytron though, because you can't summon anything against them. 3 Sinister Shadow Games. This card is just foolish for Shadal cards. This sends Aerial. So this card on its own is just triple DD Crow, which is very good. Or it mills Wendy and then summons Beast from your deck, which does, and that's pretty cool. Like, that's pretty cool too. Yeah. Neat. Very neat. You can also do things like Falco set Winda from grave, and then Sinister Shadow Games flip it up on their turn. Kind of cool. And or this is Jar Greed. Yeah, this card can just draw you a card, which is like fine. Like, it's just good enough. Or it gets you a level 2 on board. Like, it's there's a lot of uses to it, to be honest. And then last 3 traps I played is 3 Shell and Strike. So you're probably wondering, Vlad, why is there no Torrential in your deck? I don't own the card. I don't own Torrential Tribute. I can show you. One sec. I have 1 Torrential Tribute, and it's in my GOAT deck. I actually don't even know where I put my GOAT deck. But yeah, anyway, my GOAT deck was there at some point. But yeah, I have 1 Torrential Tribute, and I'm not going to be playing just 1 Torrential Tribute. Next. Extra deck. Obviously. We got the boys. We got Jesse. We got Baguska. We got Sylveon. We got Giorno Giovanna. Dead meme. Insert. More Sylveons. Poly. So first up, we got Omega and Herald. 2 Synchros. Just need them. Omega lets you go infinite. 2 XYZs. Just one of each of the Joyous and the Melffy of the Forest. This puts itself back to the extra deck, so you realistically only have to play 1. I didn't play Zeus, because I didn't have time to write down. But I probably wouldn't have played Zeus anyway. It doesn't ever really come up. You don't ever want to put Zeus on top of this, because then it means you have to play more of this, and that kind of sucks. You could put it on top of this, though. Then you have the 2 material Zeus. But sending your own cards kind of sucks, to be perfectly honest. Fusions, we got Construct, we got Winda, we got App Cologne, we got Entis, and we got Titaniclad. You know, this deck plays a little bit of everything. We got Synchros, XYZs, we got Fusions, you know how it be. App Clone, nuts. I kind of wish I played 2 of this, actually. Same thing with Untis. I kind of wish I didn't play Titaniclad, to be perfectly honest, but it's like, whatever. Yeah. And then the rest of my extra deck is Link monsters. So we have Shureg, the Link 4 Tri-Brigade. Insane card. Banishes cards on summon, and banishes cards on your opponent's turn too. And if it goes to the graveyard by any means, you just search for Rescue Cat. Pretty decent. Next we got Access Code. You summon a Link 3 off of a Tri-Brigade monster, you make this and then they die. Cool. Next. We've got Samorg. Once again, I think I summoned it once and I never summoned the Apex Avian off it because my opponent had too many cards in the spawn trap card zone. So that was pretty bad by me. One of the Tri-Brigade Link 3. This card actually comes up quite a bunch just because it's a Link 3 that like is fine. You can summon off the Tri-Brigade trap, which is kind of the reason why I played it. One of the Ancient Warrior Link 2. Now this is the best card to summon off the Tri-Brigades. This is just a quick effect like Trident-like card that just compulses. Very good. Bounces face-up cards. It's quick effect. Send whatever you have on field to grave. It's pretty good. Pretty good value. Really good card. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Next. Last card in my extra deck was, you know, Starlight Ferrigite. Once again, you can't play this deck unless you have a Starlight Rare version. Or Starlight Ecclesias. If you have those, you can play the deck. But yeah, this never comes up. Next. I don't think I summoned it a single time. I think I sent this off of punishment more times than I summoned it, which is kind of funny. Side deck, 3 Ash, 3 Nibiru, 2 Meister, rather. 1 Pancraboy, 1 Harpies, 3 Cosmic, and 2 Heavy Storm Dusters. Now, this was meant to be Bell. However, I couldn't find my Bells. I know I own 3 copies of Bell. I couldn't find a single one, so I'm playing Heavy Storm Dusters instead. I played against Altergeist. So this would have been really good if I drew it. But I didn't, because I'm playing 60 cards. Hey! That's the deck. That's it. That's all you got. What was my tournament report? VFD and Drytron. And an Altergeist. And a Salamangreat that I drew against. Because he summoned Dragoon. Very good. That's it. That's it. End roll, end credits. Subscribe, Jeff Pussy Rat Barrage. Yep. Thank you. Jesus, now I'm actually free. Let's go.